Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey, and today I'm going to be talking about my first thoughts on episode 1 of season 2 of the Harley Quinn animated show that is on the DC Universe streaming app. I have been super excited for this show. The show, season 1 was fantastic. I loved it. I loved that it started off with a bang, and all the characters are super engaging and interesting, and I wanted to know not only where those characters go, but I saw in the trailers that they're going to introduce some new characters that I'm pretty excited about. So I was super stoked for the beginning of season 2. So this will be my non-spoiler thoughts on the season. I will have another episode coming out tomorrow where I talk more in depth about what happens. So if you don't care about spoilers or you've seen it, I hope you've seen it, then you can get a little bit more insight on how I felt about individual things that happened in this show. But otherwise, I'm just going to go about my general thoughts for the most part. I will start off with a little baseline, though, about where things are starting off. Gotham is in chaos. About a week before is when the Joker took over everything, martial law, just chaos, and his tower fell and set off an 8.6 level earthquake that has destroyed Gotham. So the president of the United States has said, Gotham, you're not a part of the United States anymore. You're your own thing. You just deal with whatever it is you're dealing with right now. And Harley, being Harley, is super excited about this because this just means anarchy and chaos, and that is what she's all about. So she's pretty thrilled. So this first episode kind of shows about where she takes things, what her plans are, how well or not well things go for her and the other villains of Gotham. We got to see some villains that we've seen in the previous season a little bit more. Got to see them interacting in different capacities. I just have to say that Bane, every single time he's on screen, I enjoy his character more and more. He is kind of like the butt of the joke a lot, but in a way it's funny. Bane is not one of my favorite Batman characters, my DC characters. He's all right, but in the animated show, I adore him. He cracks me up every time he's on screen, but not in a way that takes away from him being a scary brute of a character either. That's one thing I think that the series gets right, is it can be funny, but it can be funny and not take away the threat, per se, of said character. You know what I mean? And I feel like they've got that down pretty well. These still are scary characters. They do things that are bloody and gruesome, and you still wouldn't want to run into them in an alley, but they can also be the butt of the joke, and you will laugh at them, and it's great. We get to see Freeze. I really enjoy the art style with Freeze. He's really cool looking, and I mean, all the characters, I have loved their design for this show, and getting to see him, it was pretty great. Also, we got to see some new scenery, new places, especially since Gotham is now new, quote unquote new Gotham. So that just doesn't look like a Gotham that we've seen before, and it is colorful and interesting, and something that I'm excited to see where it goes with throughout the season. Is it going to stay that way? Is it going to change? I'm interested because even though it doesn't sound like a really good place to live, it's really an interesting looking place to live. So Gotham looks great. I like it. Of course, we have return of our classic characters. Ivy is just classic Ivy in the show. Dry, sarcastic, is going to tell you that you're being stupid, but in a way that you can tell she still loves you, which I think is why Lake Bell just nails this character so well. The dialogue, her voice, the way she delivers lines. It's just, Ivy is everything I could possibly want Ivy to be on the show. So I am thoroughly enjoying her returning and being that Ivy we all know and love on the show. We also have the other characters like Clayface and things like that, they're still their genuine selves. I can't wait to find out more aspects of them, get to see them more in more capacities. They're a really strange group of characters to put together as a team, which what else would you expect with Harley Quinn's team? She is, if anything, not what you would expect, how she would do things all the time. Even if you think you know Harley, oh, she's going to do this, Harley's not going to do that because her brain just is all over the place, and that's why I love her, because I'm quite the opposite naturally. I am an overthinker, overplanner, focus too much on everything, and that's why I kind of enjoy watching this character, because it's just so different than my day-to-day life that it's fun to just see how she would handle situations, and it's enjoyable. So this gang of characters is just going to be even more entertaining throughout the season. They also set up some other things that are going to be happening in the next episode that I am so excited for. There are some jokes that go along with setting up what's going to be happening in further episodes that I just, there was kind of like sad jokes, but they made me laugh because the times we are in, like I said, this whole episode starts with them talking about an earthquake. I just had an earthquake that tore down buildings that are a mile away from me, just like a couple weeks ago. So, and we're all quarantined. Like right now, our world is very chaotic. Gotham right now is very chaotic. If anything, we can relate to these characters more now than we could have a couple months ago. I think whether this was intentional or not, it is perfectly timed. It is relatable. It is just, it was awesome to watch, and I can't wait to see where things go from there. It was pretty great. Alright, well, those are my first thoughts on the first episode. If you want more details about individual scenes and my thoughts on dialogue and something jokes that cracked me up like majorly, or I had to like pause for a second before I can go on, so I'm like, okay, I want that on a t-shirt. I'm ready to have that quote on a t-shirt. Then follow my spoiler-filled review that will be coming out tomorrow. Well, thank you so much for joining me. If you want to see more things that I am doing, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Kelseykins90. I am also on a podcast called Called Action Podcast. It's on YouTube, and we talk about a show called the Movie Trivia Schmodown. If you are missing sports and need something to kind of fill that void right now, check out the Movie Trivia Schmodown. It is competitive movie trivia tied with like wrestling vibe. So there is kayfabe, there is just like heels, there's faces. Plus, if you like movies and that's a thing you enjoy and you like bar trivia, all these things combined together with some of your favorite internet personalities. It is thoroughly enjoyable, so please check out the Movie Trivia Schmodown. I highly recommend it. Alright, well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.